Hi, welcome back to my channel, Graveyard Tours, and I hope you subscribe and hit the like button and watch other videos so I can keep putting up videos, posting videos. I do take a lot of time and a little bit of money to do this, so I'd appreciate the help just by liking and subscribing. So we're at St. Anthony's Cemetery. This is just outside of Windber. Well, it's actually in Windber, Pennsylvania. And if you see my other videos, you will see that there are like graveyards all over the place in Johnstown, Pennsylvania in general. A lot of war veterans, lots and lots of war veterans. Here's a neat one here. So this cemetery here is mostly Italian cemetery. 1871, 1929. Giuseppe Sapiente. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. I don't speak any Italian, sorry. 1925. So, like I said, you can see the flags. Flags were going to be everywhere. You go anywhere in Pennsylvania and you stop at any cemetery, you're going to see lots and lots of flags everywhere because there are lots and lots of war veterans from Pennsylvania. So the reason why I picked this one, there's lots of war veterans. There's World War I, World War II veterans out here. And two, this is very unique because this is, like I said, if you see my other videos, I have Jewish cemeteries, Greek. I haven't done a Greek one yet, but Italian. And in Pennsylvania, it's kind of weird how they do it. But I mean, it's not weird. I guess it's just how they do it. You know, you got these churches and mostly, you know, people like here. This is actually Ski Jablonski. That's Polish, 1924. But there's many more Italians here than anyone. And here's an old one here. And the writing is there, but it looks like the top was broken. And you can't really see anything else on it. So, but this is why I picked this one, because this one's unique. It's mostly Italian. These are 1927, 1920, yeah, that's 1927, died. Very ornate headstones. So a couple of reasons why I do this, and I got into the graveyard tours. I know it sounds a little bit dark, you know, but it's not really why I do it. I had to tell you, one, I have a construction background, and I really appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into these older headstones. I try to find the older ones because I just can't get over that people were able to do this, you know, in the 1800s. This one's not so old, but my other ones are I have a lot of videos that are from the 1800s, and the headstones are just remarkable, you know, the craftsmanship that went into them. So I have that appreciation of craftsmanship. And as you can see, there's a beauty to it. For me, there's a beauty to it. I'm sorry, but there is a beauty to it. Maybe others don't find that, but I do. So here's a veteran right here, war veteran. Let's see, 1923. This is World War I here. So there's several World War I veterans out here that I've seen so far. This place is too big to cover everything. But you go to any flag and you can find out. And I'm starting to recognize I can much faster recognize which war they were in just by looking at the emblems that they put with the flags. This was 1921. So another here, what is this one? August 1919, that's World War I here. The face is worn out. And this is in Italian. 1876 to 1919. Yeah, I think World War I ended in 1919 or 1918. I can't remember. I believe it was 1919. But yeah, it looks like this person died in World War I. So there's quite a few old ones out here. Here's another 1919. So it looks like I found the mostly old section. Here's another 1919. And like I said, the organization that comes out here and finds these war veterans and put flags up and honors them, which I respect war veterans very much. You know, but they're not able to find all of them. They do a lot of work and find a lot, but they're not able to find all of them. So this also a World War I, and look, he's in his uniform in this picture. He died in 1918. Also, it's in Italian. Quite a few of them out here in the early 1900s. This is 1918. That looks like a woman's stone here. A lot of them are in 1918 right here. Yeah, look, there's another 1918. Well, I was a little reluctant to say, I want to finish my thought here. And if you see my other videos, I'm all over the place most of the time when I'm walking around and something distracts me and then I just change the subject right in mid-sentence. I apologize for that. So another reason why I do this, I actually, believe it or not, and I don't even want to say this, but I'm going to, I actually grew up in a haunted house. The second house that I lived in when I was a child, the house was extremely haunted. And of course I was, you know, raised to be a Christian and, you know, was kind of forced to go to church, you know, every Sunday. I didn't like it, you know, as a child. It's like the last place I wanted to be was in a church. So, so the things that I saw and my family members saw didn't add up to what we were being taught in the church, basically. Oh, this was a 1-year-old, actually not even 18, like 9 days old child right here. So what happened was, growing up in a house, a haunted house, it brought a lot of questions up for me through my lifetime. And you know, and honestly, I didn't really pay much attention when I was younger. I was like, okay, when we moved out of the house, we were probably in this house like, I would say about 7 or 8 years. And well, I'm not saying every, almost all of my siblings had some kind of experiences, especially the older ones. So, I mean, we had a lot of experience in that house. Whoever haunted that house, I wouldn't say they were evil or demon, but they weren't nice, just put it that way. And this one is this is a World War II here, but they survived the war. This Andrew B. survived the war, obviously died in 2008. So it brought up so many questions growing up that, you know, when I was younger, I didn't care really about these things. I didn't, you know, I just kind of, you know, just blew it off. And rarely did we even talk about it growing up later after we moved out of the house in 1915. And so, you know, it wasn't a big subject when we were growing up. We were just, you know, basically we were like kids, you know, older kids, and some of us were teenagers. And, you know, we were too busy with being with our friends and partying and having fun, and, you know, we weren't into it. Like, we would wake up the next day, oh my God, did you see what happened last night, you know? And then we just dropped it. We didn't really talk about it. So that's how we were, you know. It's like, yeah, whatever. I guess we got used to it. I don't know. But anyway, so as I got older, this one was repaired. Look at that. As I got older, this is a very unique one here. That I got more and more into thinking about these things, of course, because you get older, you start to think about death, and that, you know, and then I started reading a lot about spirituality, other religions. I practiced Buddhism for a while, and tried to get answers. None of them were forthcoming, but when I got into spiritualism, then that's when things, you know, some of my questions were getting answered, so to speak. I still don't have the exact answers for all these things that happened, that's for sure. But it was very interesting. And so here's a child. Every time you see a lamb on a tombstone, you know it's a child's grave. So as I got older, I started to get into this a little bit more, and I'm not, you know, really into it. I don't go out and do ghost hunting or anything like that, really. But I had some other experiences too when I was growing up outside of the household. And it's 1929. So I remember I went to a Civil War site when I was a teenager with my friend, and we, you know, this was a long time ago, so they had lots of cannons all over the place. I haven't been out there in a long time, so I don't know how it is now. So we went out to Gettysburg. Oh, look at this one. This one's a homemade one here, and it's written in Italian. Died 1927. Wow, look at that. That was probably made by a family member. Poured concrete with a steel cross and just, you know, carved into the mortar there, the information. So I went out to this. So my friend and I, we were running around in these old battlefields. There was nobody there, like nobody there. It was probably during the week. And I saw this cabin out in the distance at this battlefield. So my friend and I, we kind of split up, you know. So I'm going to go check out this cabin. He wanted to go look at something else. And then, so I went out to this cabin, and you know, I saw something in the cabin. It was like a one-room cabin, very old. This one's neat, 1925. Like I said, you can see all these are written in Italian. So anyway, so I saw something out there too, and scared the hell out of me, to be honest with you. But maybe that's for a different video. I'll talk about that. But that's how I got into this. And then I started to, you know, I appreciate the war veterans very much, and appreciate their service. And a lot of them, these men and women, died fighting for our freedom. So I want to give always respect to them. But so I started to believe, hey, there really is an afterlife, isn't there, you know? So I started to think this way. So this World War II. This is also, I'm sure, this is probably, these dates look like it's going to be World War II. Oh, Ladies Auxiliary. You don't see that too much. Ladies Auxiliary VFW. So these women, this woman here served. Nora Jean Pierre, 2004, died. Thank you for your service. Anyway, so that's why I'm here. This is why I do this, because I guess I'm kind of looking for more experiences too, being out here, mostly by myself. This looks like yeah, this is World War II, okay. I'm starting to notice that World War II, they usually have white stones like this. This person died in the war. So James P. Spinos, Pennsylvania, Private Combat Battalion, World War II, May 1st, 1913, born, March 17, 1945, died in the war. It doesn't say died in the war, but you can put the numbers together, died in the war. Thank you for your service. So, anyway, like I said, I don't do any ghost busting or nothing like that, but just from my different experience. Another World War II veteran, but survived it, died in 1990. Thank you. So anyway, so I guess that's why I do it. And then I got on the YouTube and I said, wow, other people are doing this just on the graveyards, you know. And I thought, okay, well, there's a lot of graveyards, right? Oh, finally. Now here's a war veteran. Okay, Philip, well, they're all a lot of war veterans. Philip Burdine, Major U.S. Army, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Bronze Star Medal, Purple Heart. Wow. This is my first Purple Heart gravestone I found. And this guy was in 3 wars. This guy was a professional soldier. He died in 2005. Amazing. So he gets World War II placard, Vietnam placard, and you don't see many Vietnam placards out here or veterans out here. And then here's Korean. My last video I did, I just talked about that. So I haven't found any Vietnam or any Korean veterans. I found a grave site where there was, I miscounted. There was I counted 11 on the video, but there's actually like 14 World War I veterans. It was a Jewish cemetery. So anyway, and then I mentioned that I didn't find any Korean or Vietnam veterans out here at all, because I'm surprised, because there's so many vets out here in Pennsylvania. I was like, well, why am I not finding Vietnam and Korean war veterans? And then that was my first one. So anyway, and then you have these type of burial places. This is these are several people. Oh, okay, I see now. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 buried here. The Torquito, if I'm saying that right, family. And then there's 3, there's 5 more. So 5 more family members. So there's a bunch of them. And there's a ladies auxiliary placard right here. So one of these people served in the war. Served. So this one is, oh, another Korean War veteran. Wow. I hope you can see that. Okay, survived it. Died in 2009. Gino Stevens. So anyway, and this is pretty cool. I wanted to show you this. Torquito brothers. So again, I'm out here for several reasons I do this. And so when I saw, let me get back to try to remember my train of thought. So when I saw others doing these graveyard tours, I said, well, there's so many of them out here, I can do this, you know. And I said, maybe I'll get some more experiences that I had throughout my life. And this is why I do it. So that's it. Those are the only reasons why. And then it's just the opportunity, because there's so many graveyards out here in Pennsylvania. I mean, like, you go around a corner, you just drive anywhere, you see a church, you go in the back of the church, you're going to find graveyards, and usually very old. So I found lots and lots of very old grave sites from the early 1800s, mid 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s, everything. So that's it. So I'll make this one short, because this one's not so old, but it's you don't see people come out here. And that's a nice statue there. You don't see many people coming out here, but you can see that these associations who plant the flags, you know, they do a very good job. I appreciate that, and I'm sure the war veterans appreciate that too. So that's why I do it, folks. And also too, a lot of these cemeteries I go to. Okay, so here's something. A lot of these cemeteries I go to, I'm finding the tombstones that are in the ground, and you're not allowed to dig them up. You're not allowed to touch them. There's a law I found out that here in Pennsylvania, you know, you're not allowed to. Okay, so here we have Persian Gulf veterans, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, World War I, Civil War, the Guards, Civil War, if you can see that. and war of terrorism. Okay, that's 9/11. Okay, so here is a dedication to the memory of the sons of the parish who made the supreme sacrifice for their country. May they rest in peace. St. Anthony Church, Windber, Pennsylvania, Memorial Day, 1952, World War I. We have Raphael Campantello, Joseph Costa, Pascal Inderelli, Pancratio Simon. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing these right. World War II. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 World War II veterans. So it's very nice. Very nice that they put this memorial here for them. Anyway, folks, that's it. Like I said, this is not a very old one, but I just wanted to, try to honor the war veterans. And okay, so that the final reason, I'll finish my thought. The final reason is, like I said, these very old cemeteries are going to disappear. Especially from the early 1800s. So I'm finding all these tombstones in the ground and stuff, and by law you're not allowed to touch them. You can't do anything about it. But I just think it's sad and it's a shame that that these are going to disappear. And so I don't know, I guess for memories too, like if I'm putting these on video, then they won't be gone forever, I guess. I'm not sure, but hopefully they won't ever be gone forever. All right, folks, well, that's it. Sorry about my ramblings, but that's how I do it. Okay, well, until the next time, please like and subscribe my channel, just to help me keep doing this, because I can't keep doing this without some support. And just by liking and subscribe, it helps me to support, to get started and to grow this channel, because there is so many really old tombstones out here in Pennsylvania and also in Maryland. I have some in Maryland too, because I lived in Maryland for a very long time. So anyway, that's it, folks. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to try to make them shorter because I'm making them too long. All right, thank you for watching.